Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. We were in the second Brahmanam of the third chapter, which is called Artha Bhaga Brahmana. Here Artha Bhaga, or the son of Rita Bhaga, he is the one who is questioning Yajnavalkya, and he asked a question about how many grahas and atigrahas are there. And Yajnavalkya said there are 8 grahas and 8 atigrahas. So here this whole Brahmana itself is started only to show that the Mukti and Ati Mukti, which was talked about in the previous Brahmana, they are also only relative, because they talk about reaching the status of Hiranyagarbha or Prajapati. Now even Prajapati also has all these devatas as the organs and all that, like that it is looked upon. So even that is subjected to mrityu in the form of, or death in the form of, all these organs and the sense objects. The sense organs, or even the organs of action, have their own sense objects towards which they are always attracted, and this itself is a cause of limitation, and limitation is nothing but death. That is how the understanding here is. So everything is subjected to death in the form of graha and atigraha, and it is enumerated as 8 because all the sense organs or organs of actions, they are not, everything is not included, but it is counted as 8 anyway. It's a upalakshana we can take. And so once he says there are 8 grahas and atigraha, Arthabhaga asks, what are those 8? Katame, like that he is asking. That's when Yajnavalkya now starts answering that. I think this also we saw. Pranaha vai grahaha. So here he starts with the grana prana. Prana here means the organ of smell, and the smell itself, the sense object, is called apana here because the smell comes or is accompanied by the breath which you are taking in, which is the apana. And so all the gandha or smell is actually smelt by this indriya. The indriya itself is attracted towards its sense objects. So the indriya is called graha because the individual is under the spell of the graha, because it is holding on graha. Okay, and but the sense organ itself is again going after the sense object. So the sense objects is attracting the sense organ, so it is atigraha. So here the list is given: prana and apana. Okay, prana is the granendriya and apana is the gandha. Then the whole list is given here. Vag vai graha sa namna atigrahena grihitaha vacha hi namani abhivadati. So this vag is the next indriya, which is a graha again, because we are all again under the spell of the vag indriya also, you can say, because we cannot stop talking. Some people particularly, even whether you should talk or not, they want to talk always. So here Bhashyakara has given for this vag also, he has given a bhashya because there is something to be commented upon here. Vag vai grahaha vacha hi. Again here the vag indriya is not the samashti, so Bhashyakara says adhyatma parichinnaya. So that which is limited the Vag Indriya, which is there with reference to one's own body, which is limited also. Asanga Vishayaspadaya. Okay, the Vag Indriya itself is called Asanga Vishayaspada. Means you are Asanga means you are attached to something, correct? That is called Asanga. So Asanga Vishaya is Asangasya Vishaya. So the object to which one is attached, and that object only you are now mentioning through the words, correct? Whatever you are attracted to, those objects, whatever you are attached to, those objects only you are also naming it, or you are talking about it through your Vak. So Vak itself has its basis on the objects, artha, to which you are attached. So Asanga Vishayaspadaya, because of this only, correct, that the Vag Indriya, which itself is attracted to something, the words, which in turn the artha of that word you are attracted to as a person. Because of that, what you talk all sorts of things. So Bhashyakara is listing that asatya, anrita. Again, asatya, anrita in normal Sanskrit both can mean something, you say something false or lies and all that. But here Anandagiri comes to our rescue. So he differentiates asatya and anrita like this. Asatya means you deliberately mislead somebody, knowing very well that it is wrong. That is called asatya. Anrita means you don't know that it is wrong, but still you are saying something false. That is anrita. Like that, Anandagiri is differentiating asatya and anrita. Then asabhya bhibatsadi vachaneshu vyapritaya grihitaha lokaha apahritaha. So asabhya means that which you cannot say in a sabha, or unparliamentary words and all that you can say, correct? That is called asatya. And so this, asabhya means unparliamentary or something which is rude and all that you can say. Okay. And bhibatsa means something disgusting or offensive and all that. Okay. Bhibats adi padat, again adi padat, anything you like or dislike. Okay. All those things, all those kinds of words, vachaneshu, vyapritaya, grihitaya, grihitaha loka. So the people, lokaha here means the people, okay, they are all controlled or captured by this Vag Indriya, apahritaha, lokaha apahritaha, because they are all captured by this Vag Indriya because of this. That's why they say all kinds of untruth, etc. And now, but this tena Vak grahaha, okay, the Vak itself is again captured or grabbed by what? Sa namna atigrahena grihitaha. So the Vagakyaha grahaha, the Vag itself, which is a graha, that itself is grabbed by the name. Name is basically Vag and Artha are not separate, correct? Our Kalidas also says Vagartha viva samprikta. That's why Bhashyakara is actually linking the name with the objects to which you are attracted or you are attached to. So the Vag Indriya also is attracted towards the names of the objects to which one is attracted or attached. And those are the names you are supposed to say, correct? You want to say. So namna vaktavyena vishayena, that whichever you want to actually talk about, by that the Vag Indriya itself is grabbed or controlled or whatever, captured. So that is said here. Now Bhashyakara is making a small grammatical point also. Atigrahena iti dairghyam chandasam, he says. So atigrahena it should be, but in the Upanishad if you see atigrahena, and atigrahena only is there everywhere, correct? Here also it is atigrahena. Bhashyakara could have said about that here itself, but I don't know. In this Vag only he is saying this. It is atigrahena is the dairgyam, the gra is because of it is a Vedic usage. Otherwise, normally the word should have been atigrahena. So he now explains, he goes to this, I think, vachahi namani abhivadati. So, vacha means here, vaktavyarthahi vak. Tena vaktavyena arthena tadartyena prayukta vak tena vashikrita. So he is explaining now how this atigraha and graha only, he is explaining these words are nothing but they denote or they are equivalent to the meaning of the words, correct? All words, if it is does not have any meaning, it is just a sound. It cannot be a word. So any word means again the associated meaning is always there. And whatever you want to say, that object is represented by that name or word. And whatever you want to say, the word itself you are using only to indicate or to refer to that particular artha. So by the artha only the word is impelled, you can say, correct? The vag indriya itself is impelled to say a particular word because you want to indicate a particular artha. Therefore, you can say vag is vashikrita. Tena vashikrita means what? Tena arthena. So it is the vag indriya itself is under the spell of the object to which you are basically attracted, and that object only you want to refer to or say by a particular word. So tena tat karyam akritva naiva tasyaha mokshaha, Bhashyakara says. So unless, see, you are attracted by something and then you want to convey that, then you have to use the word for that particular object. Only after you use that word using your Vagindriya, then you can rest, correct? You can come to an avasanam. Otherwise, till then there is no moksha or freedom for you, because you are impelled by your own desire to name the object to which you are attached to. So that's why this Vagindriya itself is vashikrita by the names of the objects which you are interested in. So he tries to explain that. So that's why ataha namna atigrahena grihita vag iti uchyate. That's why the vak itself is grabbed or controlled or impelled by the names of the objects. So vaktavya asangena pravritta sarvan arthaihi yujyate. So basically only you are actually impelled by, or you are having some desire for some object, correct? So it is therefore based on that attachment or desire only you are impelled to express that desire in the form of some name of that particular object, whatever you are designing, you are desiring. That's how the connection is. Okay, it is all connected like that. Then rest of the things and all, he is saying samanam anyat, everything else is similar. These two things he gave some commentary. Then there are some more are there here. So that also we'll quickly see. First we have already seen the grana prana and vak as indriyas. Then jihva vai graha. So jihva is the indriya, means tongue is the indriya. Sa rasena atigrahena grihitaha, it is again grabbed by this taste. Jihvayahi rasan vijanati. So you know the taste only by the jihvendriya, the tongue. Then chakshur vai graha, eyes are the indriyas, they grab you, and in turn they are grabbed by this sa rupena atigrahena. Rupa can be color also or form. So, and chakshushahi rupani pashyati, so you see the colors and forms only with your eyes. And then shrotram vai grahaha, sa shabdena atigrahena grihitaha. Then again ears are the indriyas and they are attracted by sounds. And so through the ear only you hear all the sounds. Shabdan shrinoti. Manaha vai grahaha, sa kamena atigrahena grihitaha manasa hi kaman kamayate. Again, mind is the organ, and it is it is grabbed by your own desires. Kamena, kama. and you desire only with your mind. Manasahi kaman kamayate. So here this kama, our Paramarthananji used to joke about this kama. He used to take this English kama. So he says kama or kama is means it is there is no end to it, correct? The sentence is still not complete. So until the time you have kama, then there is no end to this samsara. It keeps on going. It is like kama in a sentence. There is no full stop. Brahman is the full stop, and kama means there is no full stop. Your suffering continues and all that. Like that, he used to say jokingly. So this kama, kamena atigrahena manaha. This manas is grabbed by your own desires. And hastau vai grahaha, again another karmendriya here. Hands are your indriyas. And sa karmana atigrahena grihitaha astabhyam hi karma karoti. So any action, activity you do with your hands. So it is, hands are there only to do some things. So it is impelled by all those activities which you want to do. And finally, tvagvai grahaha sasparshena atigrahena grihitaha. Again, skin is the organ and touch is the sense object. And tvacha hi sparshan vedayate iti ete ashtau grahaha ashtau atigrahaha. So now everything is enumerated. The 8 grahas and 8 atigrahas, whatever Arthabhaga asked, our Yajnavalkya has answered all that. So here you can see Samanyam, Samanam Anyat. So all the others similarly you have to understand Bhashyakara. Then Ityete Tvak Paryanta Ashtau Grahaha and Sparsha Paryantascha Yete Ashtau Atigrahaha iti. So Ashtau Grahaha, Atigrahaha, all these 8 things we saw enumerated here, starting with Prana and up to Tvak are the Grahas, and similarly Apana up to all this Sparsha. So this has been now answered by Yajnavalkya. Then further, again one trick question here. Yajnavalkyeti hovacha. So again Arthabhaga asks a question. What is that? Yedidam sarvam mrityoho annam kasvit sa devata yasyaha mrityuhu annam iti. Okay. So now this Arthabhaga is asking a question that all that is there here in this world, they are all food for death. Mrityoho annam means they are all devoured by this. They are all, whatever is born, it all dies, correct? It's all devoured by death. But who is the one devata? Kasvit sa devata yasyaha mrityuhu annam iti. Is there any devata for whom mrityu itself becomes annam, or mrityu itself is devoured by which devata? So why this is a trick question is, Bhashyakara will say, we'll see that if you say the death has a death, means it will become infinite regression like that. There can be anavastha dosha. So, or if you do not know that and do not answer also, then Yajnavalkya will come into a problem. Okay, but Yajnavalkya answers very interestingly. So he says, Agnir vai mrityuhu saha apam annam. So now he says, Agni is mrityu. Whatever is there here, everything fire will burn. Okay. Fire burns all the things, but then it itself is devoured by water. So it becomes food for water. Similarly, the whatever death also has a death, but that death itself cannot be further devoured by anything, because there is nothing else which is there to be devouring this Atma. Atma is the death of the death also. Okay, Atma Swarupa, there is nothing which can destroy it. So in this manner, like even the Agni, which is the mrityu of everything, which itself becomes the apam annam. Therefore what? apajayati. Here apa is there and jayati in Vedic Sanskrit, the prefix and the verb, they can be separated. So apajayati, punar mrityum apajayati. So like this, the one who knows this, that even fire, which itself is mrityu, that also becomes anna for up or water. Like that, the mrityu also has a mrityu. One who knows this, he then wins over the mrityu also. Like this, Yajnavalkya is answering that, so that he escapes the anavastha also. So this bhashya, we'll see what Bhashyakara says. Upasamhriteshu graha atigraheshu aha punaha. So having completed this graha and atigraha listing of what they are, again this Arthabhaga is saying Yajnavalkya eti hovacha. So again he draws his attention to ask a question. What is that? Edidam sarvam mrityoho annam. So everything that is there here, it is all food for death. Mrityu in the form of graha and atigraha. So yedidam vyakritam sarvam mrityoho annam. So whatever is there here in this vyakritam means that is differentiated, because everything has come from the avyakrita, which is the undifferentiated. The srishti itself is nothing but the differentiation of the undifferentiated only is the srishti, or whatever is potentially there has manifest. So whatever is manifest here, all that, it is all food for mrityu, mrityoho annam, sarvam jayate vipadyeta. So whatever is born, vipadyeta means it all dies, it all perishes. And so sarvam jayate vipadyeta cha graha atigraha lakshanena mrityuna. The mrityu which is in the form of graha and atigraha, which is characterized by all this sense organs and sense objects, because they are all grabbed by these sense organs and sense objects. So mrityuna grastam. Okay, fine. So everybody is born, has to die. Then kasvit kanu syat sa devata. So who is that devata then? Okay. Yasyaha devatayaha mrityuhu api annam bhavet. The one who becomes, one who has even mrityu as annam. Now here Bhashyakara quotes the Mrityuhu Yasya Upasechanam. This is a Kathopanishad, very interesting. The second Valli in the first Adhyaya of Kathopanishad has some very nice Vakyas there. So Yasya Brahmacha Kshatrancha Ubhe Bhavata Odanaha. So for this Atma, this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Kula, whoever, all the entire thing, Brahmana, Kshatriya means they are Upalakshana for all the beings. All the beings are like food only. Upasechanam, sorry, the Odanaha. And not only that, Mrityu also becomes a side dish. Okay, the food main Annam is Brahmacha Kshatrancha means all the beings for whom, and for whom even the death is like a side dish, Upasechanam. And so then who will, so only the one who is qualified can know such a Brahman. Like that Vakya is there, this Kathopanishad Vakya, very interesting. So there Mrityu has become the Anna for this Atma Swarupa, this Atma. That kind of Atma Swarupam alone one should know. And to know that, again it is talking even before that, who can know that and all that. What is the Adhikara for that? The Adhikari has to have certain mental disposition and all that. So Kathopanishad, it is there. So the Shruti is anyway talking about the Mrityu being the side dish of somebody, means it has become the Anna. Therefore, based on that, what Ayam Abhiprayaha Prashtuhu. So the one who is questioning, the Prashtuhu, who is this Arthabhaga, what is his this is the opinion about this whoever is questioning. What is that? Bhashyakara says, Yedi Mrityoho Mrityum Vakshyati Anavasthasyat. So if Yajnavalkya says that there is a death of death, means then it will become infinite regress. Atha na vakshyati. If he does not answer, asmat graha ati graha lakshanan mrityoho mokshaha na upapadyate. Otherwise you cannot have moksha. because you have already said this is Graha and Atigraha are they Mrityu even for Prajapati. Okay, if you take it at the total. So the Graha, Atigraha Lakshana Mrityu is there and you will not have any moksha. So Anirmoksha Prasanga we say. This is what is called. You cannot have any moksha at all. That will become the uh, that will be the situation then, the scenario. So what is he going to do? So this is how he wants to trap Yajnavalkya, the questioner. But then he does say that Graha Atigraha Mrityu Vinashaha Hi Mokshaha Syat, because the Vinasha of the Graha Atigraha Mrityu, the Mrityu who is in the form of Graha and Atigraha, the destruction of that alone is really moksha. Therefore, what? So yadi mrityoho api mrityuhu syat. So if there is something which is the death of death also, graha atigraha lakshanasya mrityoho vinashaha, then only this destruction of graha atigraha lakshanasya, the one who is characterized by graha and atigraha, that mrityu's destruction can happen. Therefore, what? Ataha durvachanam prashnam manvanaha prichati. So this, he is asking this question because he thinks that it will be very difficult for Yajnavalkya to answer this. It is durvachanam prashnam. Okay. So this prashna is being asked to trap Yajnavalkya. Okay. So he thinks that it is an unanswerable question. Okay, it cannot be answered easily. Durvachanam prashnam manvanaha. Thinking like that, he asks with sa devata. But then Yajnavalkya says, Asti tavan mrityoho mrityuhu. So mrityoho mrityu also is there. Okay. But then here Purva Pakshi. Nanu anavastha syat. Then if you say that there will be anavastha, that is the answer. This is what Purva Pakshi is saying. But then Bhashyakara says, Tasya api anyaha mrityuhu iti. So the Purva Pakshi says, if you say Mrityu's Mrityu means, then there will be one more Mrityu for that Mrityu also. Like that it will keep on going. Tasya api anyaha Mrityu has to be there. Therefore, you will never have any moksha. It will become anavastha. Bhashyakara says, no, na anavastha. Sarva Mrityoho. Mrityu antara Anupapatte, he says. The one who is the Mrityu of everything, including the Mrityu, as we know, for that there is no more Mrityu, there cannot be any more Mrityu. That is untenable. But then how do you know that something like that is there? Katam punaha avagamyate. Okay. How can we know that there can be a Mrityu of this Mrityu also? Is it possible? Means for that only the Drishtanta is there here. Asti Mrityoho Mrityuhu iti. He is asking question. It is a question. Asti Mrityoho Mrityuhu means yes, Drishtatvat, because we are seeing it even in the Vyavahara. What? Agnistavati sarvasya drishtaha mrityuhu. So whatever you see, Agni consumes all that. It devours everything. Vinashakatvat, because it basically destroys everything. But saha adbihi bhakshyate, but it is that Agni also is devoured by the water. So saha agnihi apamannam, so it becomes the food for water. Grihana tarhi hasti mrityoho mrityuhu iti. So therefore you understand that even for mrityu there is a mrityu. Tena sarvam graha atigraha jatam bhakshyate mrityoho mrityuna. So the death of the death, by that everything is devoured, including whatever is there, correct? Whatever is born here in this srishti, which is all graha atigraha lakshana, means everything is basically a sense object. Sense organs and sense objects only make up this world, and all that is devoured by this Atma, which is the Mrityoho Mrityu. So Tasmin Bandhane Nashite Mrityuna Bhakshite Samsarat Mokshaha Upapannaha Bhavati. So only when all this bondage is destroyed, okay, by the Mrityu, who is the Mrityu of Mrityu basically. So Mrityuna Bhakshite. So then only you can have moksha from the samsara. Otherwise it is not possible. And because bandhanam hi graha atigraha lakshanam uktam. So bandhana is nothing but it is characterized by this graha and atigraha that has been already said. Therefore tasmatcha mokshaha upapadyate iti etat prasadhitam. So it has been now clarified that from that also moksha is possible. Whatever you call as mrityu, which is characterized by this graha and atigraha, from that also you can have mukti. That has been now clarified here. Ataha bandha mokshaya purusha prayasaha sapalaha bhavati. Therefore, you can have moksha as a purushartha, and then that whatever effort you take towards that, that will become sapala, means it will fructify, you will gain moksha, you can gain moksha. So the one who knows this, what, therefore ataha apajayati punar mrityum. So that person, he then even he wins over even this death in the form of this graha and atigraha. So that is possible. The mrityu of the mrityu also is possible. So like this, Yajnavalkya answers. Then continuing what Yajnavalkyeti hovacha, further he does not stop here. He further asks, what is that? Yatra ayam purushaha mriyate ud asmat pranaha. Okay, ud asmat pranaha means ud and kramanti. You have to join. So ud asmat pranaha kramanti ahos aho na iti ne iti hovacha Yajnavalkya. Okay, so now he is asking Yajnavalkya again. So this Purusha, this person, okay, when this person dies, okay, or whatever this Jnani, this is a question about the Jnani. So when this man, this Purusha dies, what happens to his organs? Okay, Pranaha here means all this Pranaha means this is all the organs are called Pranaha here. So the word prana can come in many meanings depending on the context. We have already seen that. So utkramanti asmat means does it actually go up from him, or they do not go up? Okay. Aho naiti. Aho is asking neti. Okay. Does all this means the sukshma sharira, does it again go away from the body and take one more body and all that? That is the question for a jnani. Then what is the answer for that? Neti hovacha Yajnavalkya. He said, no, nothing goes up from this man. The one who has known this Atma, then he has no connection with the Sukshma Sharira also. It's not just about the Stula Sharira. One who knows oneself as this Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Sachidananda Atma, for that person, there is neither Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, there is no identity with any of those things. So they do not, again, because normally physical death means, what do we say? It is nothing but the physical body is gone, but the Sukshma Sharira then goes and takes another body, like even Vasamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya and all we have seen even in the Gita. So even like a shirt which is worn out is thrown and a new shirt is worn by us. So similarly, once this body which is formed because of some prarabdha karma, once the karma is gone, the body is cast away and another body is taken up by the Sukshma Sharira. But that is not the case for the Jnani, because Jnani doesn't have any attachment or identity with the Sukshma Sharira also. It doesn't go up, he says. And what does he further say? Atraiva samavaniyante sa uchvayati admayati admataha mritaha shete. So further he says, Atraiva, here only they all samavaniyante means what? They all remain there, or they merge in him only. Okay, in that body itself, or they merge with along all with the panchabhutas which are already there. Correct? It is all merged in that body itself. And Then the body, what? Uchvayati means body swells. Admayati means it is again swells and inflated and all that you can say, like whatever, the dead body. And whatever Admataha, Mritaha, Shete, the one who is like that, correct, that body, the dead body. So it lies in that state only as a dead body. Like this he says, that means the jnani's Sukshma Sharira does not go and take up any other body. So that is the answer here. So now what Bhashyakara says, let us see. Parena mrityuna mrityo bhakshite paramatma darshanena. So Bhashyakara now here. So this one who has eaten up even the mrityu, how? Okay. Paramatma darshanena, by knowing, by seeing oneself as this Paramatma, this I am nothing but this limitless conscious being, to whom everything becomes evident, including my own body, mind, sense complex. All that is all seen. It is all an object of your knowledge. So it is very simple. Whatever is an object of my knowledge, it is not I. Okay. I am only the conscious being to whom everything becomes evident. So one who has that clarity means does not have any identity with any of these things. The physical body, mind, sense complex also is an object of your knowledge. So once you have that Paramatma Darshana, Yaha Asau Muktaha Vidwan, the one who is free and who is Vidwan, who is a knower, Saha Ayam Purushaha, that is this Purusha, Yatra Yasmin Kale Mriyate, when this person dies, means the physical body is gone. Uta urdvam, ut urdvam means afterwards. Okay, ut is there here. Purushaha mriyate, ut kramanti is there. Ut urdvam. Asmat brahmavidaha mriyamanat pranaha. So this brahmavid, once he is dead, okay, once he is died, pranaha means what? Vagadayaha grahaha, all the grahas which were already listed, vag, etc. All the organs basically. Namadayascha atigraha, Bhashyakara includes that atigraha also. Along with the senses, the sense objects also. Vasana rupaha, antastaha, prayojakaha, the ones which are there in the form of impressions in that person and being inside that person, they are the ones who are impelling this person, correct? Prayojakaha. Then kramanti urdhvam, utkramanti, ahos with naiti. So do they go up from that physical body or not? That is the question. Okay, so all these indriyas, etc., are there in the form of vasanas or impressions inside oneself. Do they, means that is what only the Sukshma Sharira along with the vasanas goes and takes another body and all that. This is very clear. Even in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan says, even the one who is Nahi Kalyanakrit Kashchiti Durgatim Tata Gachati and all that is there. Okay. Yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam tatratam buddhi sanyogam labate paurva dehikam. All these things are said by Bhagavan. So even the one who has come into the study of Vedanta, for whatever reason you are not having this knowledge in this life also, it is not a waste. You will you will have connection with the whatever previous the Sukshma Sharira which was attached with the previous body, that again you will have connection with that in the next body also. That we see even in child prodigies and all that, correct? And your birth also will be in a family of a yogis and all that. Yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam, like that. So anyway, like that, anything happens here or not? That is the question here for the jnani. All those, along with the Sukshma Sharira, the impressions, the vasanas are there. Everything goes and up and again takes up another body or not, means no, he says. Na ati hovacha yajnavalkya na utkramanti. It does not go up. And then what happens then? Atraiva asminneva parena atmana avibhagam gachanti. Means asminneva here means Bhashyakara takes this asmin as the Paramatma only. In this Atma alone it resolves. Everything is resolved. In fact, this Atma is called Samadhi. The word Samadhi, Bhashyakara in the Gita Bhashya also, it gives the meaning as Samadhiyate Asmin iti Samadhi, in which everything resolves. So this body, mind, sense complex also resolves into this Atma itself. Each and every cognition resolves into this consciousness only. Then what to talk about other things? Everything resolves into that. So it enters into that Gachanti Parena Atmana in the form of Paramatma only. Vidushi Karyani Karanani cha Swayonau Parabrahma Satatve Samavaniyante. So for the Jnani, Vidushi, all the Karyas and Karanas, okay, Karanas, Karya Karana Sanghata only we say, correct? This body mind sense complex is called Karya Karana Sanghata because the body itself is the Karya of your own karma and all that. And of course, the body is attached with all these instruments which are in the form of sense organs and mind. So the Karya and Karana, Swayona, they go back into their own source, which is nothing but this Brahman. Parabrahman alone is the Brahman, from which only everything comes, by which everything is sustained, into which everything goes. Therefore, all these things just resolve back into that Parabrahma Surupa, Parabrahma Satatve, Samavaniyante, Eki Bhavena, Samavasridyante. They all become one with that Brahman alone. Okay, it all merges into that, you can say. Okay, which is the cause. Brahman is the cause. Okay, so it all merges back into that. And Praliyante, okay, it all resolves. Laya. And he gives a Drishtanta also. Urmaya iva samudre, like even the waves merge back into the ocean. Similarly, everything goes back into the Karana itself. The Karya and Karana. Then there is a Shruti also is there for this. Prashna Upanishad he is quoting. Tatacha Shruti Kala Shabda Vachyanam Prananam Parasmin Atmani Pralayam Darshayati. So there the 16 kalas are all talked about. But only 15 merge, name alone remains and all that also is there. So Prashna Upanishad, if you read, so there also this same thing is talked about. So what is that? Evameva asya paridrashtuhu imaha shodasha kalaha. So shodasha I told, correct? 16 kalas are there. Means a human being has 16 parts, you can say, or angas. Purushayanaha, Purusham Prapyastam Gachanti. So all these 16 kalas are, kalas means in sometimes English they are translating it as digit and all that. You can take it as a part only. Okay, so they all dissolve into this or resolve into this Atma alone. Okay, that is shown here. Purushayanaha means they are all going towards the Purusha, means here Purusham Prapya Astam Gachanti means they all merge back into this Atma itself. Atma is the Purusha here, Purnatvat Purushaha. Okay, they all merge into this full Atma, which is complete. Even in Gita, second chapter, also last verse and all it is there, correct? Like even the rivers enter the ocean and all that. Like that, there is basically an analogy is given. Similarly, here everything is resolved into the Purusha itself. That means it doesn't go anywhere else. It's all resolving here itself. All the 16 kalas, but the name alone can continue still like that. Also, it is said. Iti parena atmana avibhagam gachanti iti darshitam. So this was shown in the Prashna Upanishad also, that everything resolves. The Jnani's body also resolves into the Paramatma only. So न तर्हि मृतः नहि मृतश्च अयं यस्मात् स उच्छ्वयति उच्छूनतां प्रतिपद्यते आध्मायति बाह्येन वायुना पूर्यते धृतिवत् आध्मातः मृतः शेते निश्चेष्टः. Okay, so further what does not mean the man dies. Means the body dies anyway, correct? So if you resolve back into this Atma, then what dies? Then he never dies, correct, in one way. Na tarhi mritaha. So the Atma itself never dies. That is true. So that is what again Bhashyakara is pointing out here. The jnani never dies really. What is dying is only the body. Mritascha ayam. What dies is this. This body dies. Atma never dies. And even the dead body and whatever the Sukshma Sharira, everything merges into this Atma alone. Therefore, Jnani na tarhi mritaha. He never dies. Nahi. No. Jnani never dies. Only the mritascha ayam. This body alone is mritaha. It is dead. Therefore, yasmat, whatever is dead alone, it then disintegrates and all that, correct? So the body then swells. It is inflated by all that we know anyway. So, and then it dies there and it is there motionless. Bahyena vayuna puryate means it inflates with all the whatever bacterial activity, microbial activity which happens that produces all the gases. Then it inflates. And then Atma taha mritaha shete nischeshtaha, without any activity it lies there. Okay, the dead body. And therefore what? Body alone dies. Atma or the jnani who has the identity with the Atma, for that jnani there is no death. In fact, he has even eaten the death itself. So he is the death of the death. Therefore what? Bandhana nashaha muktasya na kvachit gamanam iti vakyarthaha. So the one who has, this jnani who has died, for that person there is no more bondage in the form of all this body mind sense complex, and also he does not go anywhere because there is no Sukshma Sharira itself to go somewhere. That is the Vakyartha. Okay, in this context, one more small clarification also I will give, because there is a Brahma Sutra Vakya also is there. Because normally, based on all these things, moksha itself is talked about in popular narrative or popularly as that not having one more birth is moksha, or you are freed from the cycle of birth and death. That is moksha. But in the Brahma Sutras, there is still one Yavad Adhikara Adhikarana, like that is there. Yavad Adhikara ha means, but there are some people who are born as jnanis, Vamadeva, etc. Or till the time Ishvara has given Adhikara to the jnani, jnani can also continue as a jnani. Like that also there, Bhashyakara is giving some examples and all that. Very interesting. There is a Yavad Adhikara Adhikarana is there in Brahma Sutra. Yavad, till the time the Ishvara Adhikara is there, even a jnani can continue with the body. If one body goes, another body also can be there for a jnani. Like that also it is there. But those are all exceptional cases. So we have to understand that also. So that is why Puja Swamiji never used to say moksha as something that you never take another life and all that. That kind of an expression he hardly used. Because I think this Yavad Adhikara Adhikarana also is there in the Brahma Sutra. Okay. Anyway, so continuing. Yajnavalkyeti hovacha. Again he continues question. What? Yatra ayam purushaha mriyate kim yenam na jahati iti. Okay, this is what I said. See, Shodasha Kala and one Kala alone remains, correct? The same thing is coming here. So he is now asking, Yajnavalkya, when this man dies, this jnani, but everything is resolved, or there is something which does not still leave him? Still something which remains. What is it that remains? Okay. Kim yenam na jahati iti means nama, name alone remains. Nama iti anantam vai nama, ananta Vishwe Devaha Anantameva Satena Lokam Jayati. So this name alone remains, and Nama is infinite, Ananta, and even the Vishwe Devas are also countless, names are countless. And he who knows this means he who does upasana about Nama like this, he gains the world of the Vishwe Devas and all that like this. Yajnavalkya is answering. Okay, so let us quickly see the bhashya for this. Muktasya kim pranaha eva samavaniyante ahosvit tat prayojakamopi sarvam. So now Bhashyakara is asking, is it only the pranaha means all the organs, correct? All the organs alone are merged, or along with that everything else, okay, sarvam. Tat prayojaka means whatever has created all this prana, all the karma, etc. is there, correct? Karma only is the cause for the birth of a particular body, we say. That is the prayojaka. That is the one which is impelling or creating. So everything that which is actually creating this body mind sense complex, all that also is gone along with these organs, means the body mind sense complex means. That is the question. Atha pranaha eva nat prayojakam sarvam prayojake vidyamane punaha prananam prasangaha. So that's what Bhashyakara says. If the prayojakas means those which are actually creating this body mind sense complex, all that remain. So prayojake vidyamane punaha prananam prasanga means again this body mind sense complex will come. And along with that, what? Atha, thereafter, sarvameva kama karmadi tataha mokshaha upapadyate ityevam artaha uttaraha prashna. So this next question is there anything which remains? You are saying that all this body mind sense complex has merged. But does anything remain? Means that we talk about three types of karma, correct? Prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, agami karma and all that. That is why we have to say Jnani means Jnani has no identification as a karta bhokta only. Therefore, all the karma is gone. So if a man dies, all his wives become widows at the same time, like that Pujya Swamiji used to say. It's not that one wife became widow first, next one later and all that. So everything is gone. Karma also is gone along with that. That is the idea here. So there is no prayojaka which can again create a body and all that. Okay. Therefore, then only, so the moksha from everything, correct? Kama, karmadi, etc. is possible. Okay. So based on this idea only, this question still he is asking. Yatra purusha amriyate kim yenam na jahati, like that. Okay. Uttara prashnaha is possible. And Yajnavalkya, what does he answer? So Yajnavalkya eti hovacha, and then Bhashyakara having given this introduction, then he is putting this question out. Yatra ayam purusha mriyate kim yenam na jahati iti aha itaraha. The other one, Yajnavalkya then says what? Nama iti. There is no karma, etc. But nama, name alone remains. Sarvam samavaniyate ityarthaha. That means what? Name alone remains means all karma also is gone. That's what Bhashyakara is pointing out here beautifully. Sarvam samavaniyate ityarthaha. Everything is resolved along with the karma. But that person's name alone continues. That we see, correct? Nama matram tu na liyate akriti sambandhat. He says because the name is associated with the form, the akriti. The person was there as an individual and that name is associated with that person. So the name is still left because of this association, and that association is eternal. Okay, it is there always. So nama matram tu na liyate. Nama does not go away. Akriti sambandhat nityam hi nama. Nama is always there. It is eternal. Anantam vai nama also further. It's all countless names are there. And nityatyam veva anantyam namnaha. And again, this countless names are there means again it is also eternal because of that. So tad anantya adhikritaha anantavai Vishwe Devaha. The Vishwe Devas are the Devatas who are associated with this Anantyam, this countlessness. They are countless. In fact, all the Devatas other than the normally named Devatas are all included in Vishwe Devaha. Therefore, all these Vishwe Devas are again countless. And Anantameva sa tena lokam jayati, and the one who does this, understands this, gains this Ananta Loka. Tan Nama Anantya Adhikritan Vishwan Devan Atmatvena Upetya Tena Anantya Darshanena Anantameva Lokam Jayati. So here again this can be taken as an upasana, or even this can be taken as Bhashyakara is actually doesn't really say it is an upasana here. The jnani only is considered like that. This jnani has gained this Ananta, means limitlessness. Therefore, jnani has become one with the limitless, the infinite, and it is like becoming one with the this Vishwe Devaha. Though you see your own Atma as the Vishwe Devas, means all the Devatas. You are all the Devatas also. So you are not separate from this Anantyam or limitlessness. Anantameva Lokam Jayati. This Ananta Loka can be taken as a way of talking about this moksha itself. So the one who gains this, having identified with the Vishwe Devas, and you possess this infiniteness, the limitlessness, and that is the world you win also. But the name alone remains. That is the interesting point here. And then further he asks, still he is not over. Okay, this Artha Bhaga continues. This we will see next week. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.